Department posted this on X Saturday. It's a video of a statue of George Washington over historical images, and the caption says, "One homeland, one people, one heritage. Remember who you are, American." Now, there are a lot of critics out there who say that how that was phrased is disturbingly similar to the Nazi slogan, Ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer, which means one people, one realm, one leader. And that was seen in German on this Nazi propaganda war poster from the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum. Of course, it's not the same phrase, but there are critics out there, including some conservatives, who suggest that there are echoes that are disturbing. The Labor Department did not respond to repeated requests for comment on this. In a post from the Homeland Security Department, we saw a stealth bomber flying over a man on horseback. It gives off some Marlboro Man vibes. What you can't see here is the song the department attached to this post. It's called "We'll Have Our Home Again," which is also the text placed over that image. "We'll have our home again." And that phrase, "We'll have our home again," and the song has been cited by PBS and The Intercept and the Southern Poverty Law Center and the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism as a song that has a lot of appeal to white nationalist groups. Now, we, of course, cannot say why that song or that phrase was chosen. The song lyrics feature lines that evoke sentiments often expressed by conservatives about immigration, such as, quote, "In our own towns, we're foreigners now," unquote. And perhaps it was chosen simply for that reason, or maybe it's just a coincidence. The Homeland Security Department tells us, quote, "We'll have our home again" was a reference to the, quote, 20+ million illegal aliens invading the country, unquote. What they make of this criticism and the concerns, even from their fellow conservatives, about these images and these words, the response was, quote, "This is why people don't take the media seriously," unquote. On Wednesday, the White House posted this image on X showing two Greenlandic dog sled teams facing a crossroads, captioned, "Which way, Greenland man?" which appears to be a variation of "Which way, American man?" as seen in this Homeland Security Department tweet from last year. Now, at first glance, the picture and that phrase seem innocuous enough. This is a long-established meme, "Which way, blank man?" But according to experts, the phrase originated with a book from 1978 called "Which Way, Western Man," written by an avowed white supremacist, William Gaylor Simpson, who, among other disturbing beliefs, argued that Hitler was right. Now, we're sure that lots of folks familiar with online meme culture are completely unaware of the hateful origins of that meme. And that could, of course, be true for the Trump administration as well. It's entirely possible that President Trump's rather meme-happy group is using some of these images with no idea that they might have repugnant origins or echoes. But these are just a few examples of many. And after a certain number of them, one wonders, if this is all accidental, if it's all a coincidence, why isn't there an effort to be a little bit more sensitive about this?